Hello friends, this is Dr. Kameshwaran speaking with you on the Dentist Talks. So today again we will be discussing about something like related to coronavirus, and we will be discussing more about the device pulse oximeter. So it would be natural that you know about pulse oximeter right now because it has been discussed very clearly in your televisions and your TV shows, and you would have come across this term happy hypoxia, that is a reduction or reduced amount of oxygen saturation in your blood. So nowadays, like you can see the corporation people coming door by door to check your body temperature and pulse oximeter, and thereby they try to determine whether you're having any symptoms related to coronavirus. So is it really necessary to have a pulse oximeter at your home right now? What would I say? I would say it will be good to have a pulse oximeter if at all you're isolated in your home, okay, and if you're quarantined. Okay, on what purpose? If you're having a body temperature which is higher than normal, it would help to have a pulse oximeter if at all you're having any other comorbidities like any related lung problem, breathlessness, or any breathing difficulties, or previous pneumonia kind of an infection, or any cardiovascular diseases, heart related problems, or increased blood pressures and symptoms, or if you're already having a diabetes or related conditions. So with the help of this pulse oximeter and with the help of measuring or knowing your oxygen saturation, it will help you to decide if at all it is really necessary for you to visit your physician at the right time. So let us understand what is a pulse oximeter. So it is a normal typical device which is used to measure the oxygen saturation, that is it measures quickly and easily the person's oxygen amount in your blood, which is normal or not good. So it can measure the level of oxygen within the blood, specifically in the arterial blood, without using any invasive means. Arterial blood is the one that carries your oxygenated blood in your body, so it doesn't require any injection or removing your blood from the body. So next, like this is the device, you would have seen this already. If not, this is your pulse oximeter. It is clipped in any of your finger to take the reading. So in addition to the oxygen saturation, as you know, it is named pulse oximeter, so it also gives your pulse rate or heart rate measurement as well. So it is usually indicated in a different representation in the device. So let us see. So in your body, your blood is pumped to different part of the body through your cardiovascular system, right from by the help of your heart. So the heart pumps blood from the center of our body to all the peripheral regions. So it reaches your hands, your foot, and all the parts of the body. So this blood contains oxygen, and when it reaches all your different peripheral or outer part, so it oxygenates your muscles and other organs. So if there is a lack of oxygen in the blood, that means your body tissues will not be oxygenated properly and can be hazardous to your health. Hazardous is in the means it could even result in cell death or irreversible damages. So that's the importance of pulse oximeter here. So how does it work? So how the small device works on my finger, and is it reading really good? So let's understand this. So when you see the pulse oximeter, when you open it, in the center there will be a red light blinking. So this light will give you certain amount of rays. So this light is also termed as infrared light. So this, when it is beamed, it is passing through your finger. So when it reaches your tip of your finger, it reaches internally and goes through your finger and enters your vascularity, that is your blood vessels. Once inside, these lights are refracted or reflected by your red blood cells, which carries your oxygen, which in turn has an hemoglobin, and which hemoglobin stores your oxygen. So this measurement is reflected back to your device, which interprets your oxygen saturation and also gives us your peripheral pulse rate. So how to use pulse oximeter? So how we can do to get what we can do to get a proper measurement? So as I said, it is a non-invasive device. So previously, before all these devices has been invented, doctors used to take away the blood from intravenously and check the oxygen saturation. So now it is not needed because of the invention of this kind of a easy device. So while checking with the pulse oximeter, try to minimize any movements to get a correct measurement and to also avoid any irregularities in the reading. So other things that we have to keep in mind is, if you have a polished nail, then it will easily interfere with your pulse or oxygen saturation reading. And if you are in a region which is highly illuminated, if you are like very close to a table lamp or highly illuminating light, so that will also like interact with your infrared light and reduce your reading accuracy. So again, a common like question that is asked by everyone is, which finger is the best to use for pulse oximeter? So normally your doctor, your nurse, or other like normal health providers, usually they will like just go on and keep the pulse oximeter on your index finger. So that's all we do, okay? But study on research suggests that your middle finger and thumb finger for some reason is more accurate than your index finger. And also, as we know, your thumb finger is quite larger, or like the size is more larger than your middle finger. So it is always suggested that the middle finger gives the best value using a pulse oximeter. So what are the normal values? We have to know the range, right? So with having a device in our home without knowing the ranges, it will not be good enough, okay? So the normal range is for heart rate. So the pulse rate that we see in the device is 60 to 100 beats per minute, and also it varies like from different age group of people. Now oxygen saturation is around 95 to 100 percentage. So when it goes below 95 percentage, we have to check whether we are having any other problem. So if the patient has any other morbidities or any previous asthmatic condition and things, we have to check your baseline values, which your doctors knows already. So in a normal people, if it goes below 95 or even goes below 90, then it has to be considered. So when the value decreases, so let's say if it is like below 90%, so the condition we can call it as hypoxemia. That is, there is a reduced level of oxygen in the blood which has to be notified. And again, if it is going more than like 80% or 70%, then it is really a threatening kind of a condition. So at these kind of conditions, it is best advisable to get your physician's opinion, and later on further treatment plan has to be suggested by them. So finally, before using your pulse oximeter, the final step would be, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and if you have any more doubts or any other related content that you need later on, you can please comment here. And if you really like this video, feel free and share with your friends. Thank you for watching.